I have a question for you. On Wednesday, you guys talked about wallets and cold storage. Can you guys go over more in depth on how that works?
Yeah, and Brandon can do this too, but I'll give the quick overview. There are three types of wallets in the whole Bitcoin cryptocurrency world. You have a hot wallet, which is stored online in places like a centralized exchange.
Like FTX?
Yes.
Someone
Like
else has
FTX.
access to your private keys is what hot
Exactly.
means.
So,
Yes.
so the problem with a hot wallet is that if you have a hacker or somebody who is really smart and knows what they're doing, they can use software alone to go into that wallet and remove your funds, your value with or without your permission. That's a hot wallet. You only want to use them just to swap coins quickly and move them from one place to another, if at all. Hot wallet. Don't hold value on a hot wallet ever. Number two is a warm wallet. Now, warm wallet's a little bit of a hybrid. It is a software program. It's a software wallet where you can keep your coins, but that software is stored off of the internet. So now for a hacker to tap a warm wallet, they're not just going to have to break into, say, FTX to move funds. They're going to have to break into your personal computer to access your funds without your permission. Much, much harder, but much safer compared to a hot wallet. Good examples of that are Exodus.io or Exodus.com. That's the warm wallet I started out with. It's a very good option because it's free.
Yeah.
Number one, it's pretty safe. But if you start collecting funds and value into Exodus, once you reach a point of value inside of that wallet where you personally do not feel comfortable losing that amount of money, then you need to look at investing in a cold storage wallet.
Before you jump on that one, hey, guys, for any of you who are panicking and don't have a cold storage, a warm storage is a good alternative. Meanwhile, you order a cold one.
Storage,
I just want to mention that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And yeah, absolutely. And the best reason to use a warm wallet is to kind of get your feet wet, figure this out in a manner that is pretty safe and free, right? So you can store value in Exodus, but again, everybody's number is going to be different. My number when I started in the crypto game was 10 grand. Once I hit 10 grand in my Exodus wallet, I started personally getting uncomfortable with just straight losing that money. I didn't want to just lose that. It would hurt me. And so I said, hey, look, I need to look at cold storage. Cold storage are ledgers and treasures. They are devices that look like a thumb drive, and they are stored completely offline. So that way your funds, regardless of what happens, if an FTX goes down, if a network is stalled, if it's whatever implodes, your funds are stored on the blockchain, safe and accessible with the cold storage. They are relatively expensive though. You're going to have to look at least $100 to get those. So I wouldn't invest $100 into a ledger to store $300 worth of crypto, right? I mean, it just, there's a cost thing there. And all a cold storage is a two-factor authentication device. So you store your value on the blockchain, and when anybody wants to access or move that value, they must have that cold storage device to tell the software in analog with your hands, yes, do the transaction, I approve, or no, reject the transaction, it is not me. And a non-answer is a reject. So it's just an external analog two-factor authentication that tells you do something or don't do something with my funds. That is why they are so strong, because software alone cannot access.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Brandon, feel free.
Yeah, no, that's basically the TLDR. I mean, we can get super technical, and I think we do have a lot of people asking a lot of these questions. So I think what we'll do as a community is we'll work on building a go-to video, just so that we can make sure that we take care of you. But just make sure you take care of
these nuts.
If you are ready to buy a cold storage ledger or Trezor, that is not the time to start looking for value buy options. You do not want coupons. You do not want to go to eBay. You do not want your friends.
Amazon.
Get a brand new ledger or Trezor Trezor cold storage wallet directly from the official website. Pay full price for it, because you do not want to get something that has been manipulated by someone who then sells it to you as if it's new. And now you just literally gave a hacker, everything they need to take what you want. So make sure you buy things from official marketplaces.
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely, guys. So it's our pleasure to answer your question. Davis,
I think.
Davis. Okay. So my apologies on the pronunciation, but
I butcher names all the time.
Yeah. But yes, it's a valid question. And especially during these times, and knowing that we have not seen the bottom of this dirt barrel that's opening up, this can of worms that's opening up. So we don't know where it's going to end up. And if you have it in Coinbase, we don't know if it's going to be here tomorrow. And even CZ, the founder of Binance, is saying, guys, it's gonna get ugly.
It's gonna get ugly, guys. This is not over by a long shot. And I'm not just talking about the FTX saga in and of itself. That's gonna take a really long time. But the shock waves, what was the one we just said? I don't even remember now. That's going insolvent right now.
BlockFi. Yes.
Yeah. BlockFi is the first one to wave the white flag. There will be other white flags raised because of FTX. Let it shake out, calm down. Right now, just stick with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is very different from cryptocurrency in the DeFi world that all the drama is happening in right now. So Bitcoin maxis are tooting their horn, understandably, that, hey, I don't have to worry about this at all. So just hang tight on this one.
Absolutely. Rob T just asked us a good question. So with a cold wallet, do people just keep stable coins in it to use when they want to buy on new exchanges? I assume it doesn't hold USD.
No, it doesn't hold USD, but what it's really for is particular protocols that are supported by the cold wallet. So if you want to hold a particular token, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Atom, Polygon Matic, etc., it's really for holding coins. There is a USDT app. You can hold USDT on that, but again, now you're holding a centralized coin on a cold wallet. So that one's a little different, but you can do that, but it's mainly for holding tokens.
And now one key point that Tamp just made, it's a centralized token.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Well, the government reached out to USDT and said, freeze anything under FTX's wallet with USDT. And they went and complied. Imagine these tokens are stored in an exchange, and USDT with that in exchange froze it. Right. So not even FTX can move that out of the wallet.
Yeah,
that's what centralized means.
Well, real talk for a second though. Your whole bank account works that way. Whether you're working with a bank account or a credit union, they have the right to seize your funds.
Right.
Correct. So
awkward.
And I will say too, like a cold wallet doesn't save you from a token price depreciation. Yep. If you hold a token that goes to zero on your cold wallet, you still have a value of zero. But the tokens themselves cannot be moved or manipulated without your approval. And so a cold wallet does not keep you insulated from price action. It just keeps the tokens associated with a market value safe and unable to move without your approval.
Exactly. So it keeps it in your possession. So if I take the step further on your question, there it is. So then we would still have to deposit cash onto the exchanges to purchase coins.
It's a very good question. Yes, but we're going to give you some other options as well. But yes, and that's a huge issue right now. And why we say we're so early in cryptocurrency is we don't even have ways to on and offload dollars directly into the crypto space without going through a centralized exchange right now. That's like the craziness and the irony of it all is that you have to go centralized to get into decentralized. And Brandon touched on this early there. So you run into centralized problems in the decentralized space because of these weaknesses in the current game. And we're so early. And this is what we talk about all the time. People are like, I'm too late. No, you are not too late. We are so early and we're still trying to work these problems out. And I know we keep saying it, but we're going to talk about a decentralized exchange that deals in native tokens, and it's called Thorchain. And it is amazing. And they're one of the ones working on the centralized problem. If Thorchain is all we use, then the FTX drama would have never happened ever.
Yeah.
So we'll continue to get into that.
And I also want to just kind of tease out that we are working on our own. We have a project in which we are working on our own
warm wallet.
Warm wallet.
Yep.
That I think that is going to be very exciting for not just us, but for other people who'd be interested in it within our community. So I'm super pumped about that. Just teasing it out there for right now. We're going to get into a little bit more of that as the weeks roll on and as we continue to develop it ourselves. But that is something that we are actually actively working on as a group, as a team here. So I'm super pumped for that. So make sure you guys are subscribed and stick around because we have so many amazing things coming. And it just so happens that the timing here is absolutely perfect for something like this. So I'm super